My wife screamed, "My ex was better in bed than you'll ever be," during a fight, so I quietly packed everything and left. A week later, she called me panicking and crying. "I'm pregnant from my ex, but he doesn't want me anymore. Help me." So I just hung up. It happened over burnt pasta. I'd been trying to make Chloe's favorite dinner, penne arrabbiata, the recipe her grandmother had taught me 3 years ago at a family gathering. Extra garlic, light on the chili flakes because she didn't like too much heat. Fresh basil torn by hand, not cut with a knife. Parmesan grated fresh, every detail exactly how she liked it. She'd been distant all week, cold, sharp, picking fights over nothing. The way I loaded the dishwasher, wrong. The time I came home from work, too late, even though I'd texted her. How I chewed my food at dinner Tuesday night, apparently annoying. How I breathed while she was watching TV, too loud. Everything I did was wrong. Every action a mistake, every word an offense. I thought a nice meal might help, might remind her of better times, might soften whatever was hardening between us, might remind her why we'd been together 7 years, why we'd talked about marriage last Christmas, about kids, about buying a house, about growing old together. "Smells strong," she said when she walked in around 7, dropping her gym bag on the floor by the door, not even looking at me, looking at her phone, scrolling, texting someone. Not, "Thank you for cooking," not, "That's sweet," not, "You didn't have to do this," not even a smile, just that tone, the one that had been appearing more and more, the one that said I'd already done something wrong before I'd even spoken. I mentioned the restaurant reservation I'd made for Saturday night, her favorite place, Bella Vita, that small Italian spot downtown with the candles on every table and the live acoustic guitar on weekends, where I'd told her I loved her for the first time 5 years ago, where we'd celebrated every anniversary since. She exploded. "I told you about Sarah's birthday party 2 weeks ago. God, Liam, why is everything so difficult with you? Why can't you remember anything important? Why is it always about what you want? I thought we could. You never think. You just do whatever you want without considering me, without asking me. You just make decisions and expect me to go along with it. I'm trying to do something nice for us. You're so boring." She poured herself wine, big glass, filled it almost to the rim, red, the expensive bottle I'd been saving. "Your whole life is a spreadsheet. Every meal planned 3 days in advance, every weekend scheduled by Wednesday. You're predictable. You're routine. You're like a human beige wall. Do you know how suffocating that is?" The words stung, each one a small cut, but I pushed back, tried to defend myself, tried to explain, told her I was stable, reliable, that I remembered things that mattered, that I showed up, that I was consistent, that those weren't bad qualities, that most people would appreciate someone who was there, who was present, who didn't disappear. That's when her eyes went cold, really cold, empty, like looking at a stranger. "You want to know the real problem?" She stepped closer, wine glass in hand, voice dropping to something cruel, something designed to hurt, something she'd been holding back. "My ex Mark? The one I dated before you for 2 years? The one you've always been insecure about?" My stomach dropped, heart rate spiking, knew what was coming, could feel it building. He was passionate, he was exciting, he made me feel alive, he made me feel wanted, he made me feel like I was the only woman in the world. She took a sip, watching me, waiting for a reaction. "He was better in bed than you'll ever be. Every single time with him was better than the best time with you. I've been faking it with you for months, maybe longer, maybe the whole time. I honestly stopped counting how long ago. The world stopped. Time froze. Everything narrowed to those words, to her face, to the satisfaction in her eyes as she watched me process it. 7 years together, every intimate moment, every whispered "I love you" afterward, every time she'd said it was perfect, that I was perfect, that she'd never felt this connected to anyone, that she'd never experienced anything like us. All of it was a lie. Every single moment, every touch, every kiss, every time I'd believed her, every time I'd felt close to her, all fake. I didn't yell, didn't cry, didn't argue, didn't defend myself, didn't ask questions. I just turned off the stove, turned off the burner under the pot of burnt pasta, set down the wooden spoon, walked out of the kitchen, down the hallway, to the bedroom. She kept talking behind me, following me, voice getting louder, more aggressive. "I'm not trying to hurt you, Liam. I'm just being honest. You always say you want honesty. You always say communication is important. Well, here it is. Mark knew how to make me feel wanted. He knew how to be spontaneous. He knew how to surprise me. You're just there. You're furniture, you're wallpaper. You don't make me feel anything anymore." I didn't hear any of it anymore. Just white noise, just static, just ringing in my ears. Opened the closet, started pulling out clothes, jeans, shirts, sweaters, socks, underwear, the suit I wore to work, my running shoes, everything methodical, everything organized, everything calm. She stood in the doorway, arms crossed, wine glass still in hand. "What are you doing? Liam, are you even listening to me? This is exactly exactly what I'm talking about. You shut down, you run away. You can't handle real emotions. You can't handle honest conversation. I pulled out my suitcase, the big one, started packing, folding each piece, organized by type, pants, shirts, jackets, everything in its place. You're being ridiculous. I'm trying to have an honest conversation, and you're acting like a child, like a baby. You asked me what was wrong. I'm telling you what's wrong. The least you could do is engage with me. Talk to me. Say something. I moved to the bathroom, grabbed my toiletries, toothbrush, razor, cologne, deodorant, everything I needed, put them in a smaller bag, zipped it, placed it in the suitcase. Liam, stop! This is stupid. I didn't mean it like that. I'm just frustrated. We've been together 7 years and you don't even try anymore. You don't surprise me. You don't excite me. You just exist. And I'm tired of it. I zipped the suitcase, set it by the bedroom door, grabbed my duffel bag from the top shelf of the closet, started filling it with more clothes, the extras, the backup items, everything I might need. Liam, stop packing. We need to talk about this. You can't just leave. That's not how relationships work. You have to stay and fight. You have to try. I didn't speak, didn't look at her, just kept packing. Documents from the filing cabinet, birth certificate, passport, social security card, insurance papers, bank statements, everything important. Everything I'd need to start over. My laptop, charger, external hard drive, headphones, phone charger, everything for work. Fine, leave. Run away like you always do. Prove me right. Prove that you can't handle real emotions. Prove that you're boring and predictable. And I walked past her with the suitcase and duffel bag, out of the bedroom, down the hallway, to the living room. She followed. Where are you going to go? To your mom's? To Marcus's? You think they'll take you in? You think they'll listen to your side? They all know how difficult you are, how closed off you are. I set down the bags, went back to the bedroom, grabbed my laptop bag, my work files, the framed photo of my parents on the nightstand, the only photo I was taking. You're really leaving? Over this? Over me being honest with you? Yes, over this. Over her cruelty. Over her deliberate choice to hurt me as deeply as possible. Over her comparing me to another man. Over her telling me every intimate moment we'd shared was a lie. By dawn, I was done. She'd gone to sleep in the guest room around midnight, crying, yelling through the door about how I was overreacting, how I was being dramatic, how relationships required communication, and I was running away from difficult conversations, how I needed to grow up, how I needed to be a man. I'd stayed up all night, packing everything that mattered, everything I couldn't replace, everything that was truly mine. One suitcase, one duffel bag, one laptop bag, the essentials for starting over, the photos on the walls, the framed pictures of us from vacations, from birthdays, from New Year's Eves, from the hiking trip to Colorado, from her sister's wedding, from that weekend in Nashville, all of it, all those memories, all those moments I'd thought were real. I left the gifts she'd given me, the watch for our 5th anniversary, cufflinks for our 6th, the leather messenger bag, the books with inscriptions, to my favorite person, love you forever, my best friend, all lies now. All meaningless, everything from our 7 years except what I needed to survive, to rebuild, to move forward. Key off the ring, the one with the little photo charm she'd given me 2 Christmases ago. Set it on the kitchen counter next to her wine glass from last night, half full. Red ring staining the white marble countertop I'd helped her pick out when we'd moved in 3 years ago. No note, explanation, no goodbye, nothing. She'd said everything that needed to be said. I didn't need to add to it. By the time she woke up at 8, I was already at Marcus's apartment across town. The call started that afternoon. I was sitting on Marcus's couch, staring at nothing, processing, trying to understand how 7 years could end in one night, how someone could be that cruel, how I'd missed the signs. Marcus had taken one look at my face when I showed up at 7 a.m. and just helped me carry my stuff inside, gave me the spare room, made coffee, sat with me, didn't ask questions until I was ready. First message from Chloe came at 2 p.m. You're such a coward, running away instead of fighting for us. This is exactly why we have problems. You can't handle confrontation. You can't handle real emotions. You're weak. Then at 4 p.m., confused, Liam, this is ridiculous. Come home so we can talk like adults. You're overreacting to what I said. I was just venting frustration. You're blowing this out of proportion. Then at 7 p.m., please, I didn't mean those things. Angry. I say stupid things when I'm angry. You know that. You know how I get. I love you. Please come home. We can work through this. I didn't respond to any of them. One word. Not one text, nothing. I blocked her number after the 15th call, changed my Facebook relationship status to single, her there too, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, everything. Cut off every possible connection. Moved my stuff into Marcus's spare room properly. Everything. Organized the closet. Made the space mine. Temporary but mine. Started going to the gym before work every morning at 5 a.m. Something I'd stopped doing 3 years ago because Chloe said I was already gone too much with my job, that I didn't spend enough time with her. The gym was selfish. Now I went every morning. Ran. Pushed myself. Myself getting stronger. Clearer. For the first time in years, maybe ever, I could breathe, could think, could exist without walking on eggshells, without wondering if the next thing I said or did would trigger another fight, without analyzing every word before I spoke. On day 7, An unknown number called at midnight. I was reading in bed. Crime thriller. Couldn't sleep. Mind still processing. Still adjusting to the new reality. The new life. Almost didn't answer. Thing made me pick up. Liam, please don't hang up. Please, I'm begging you. Her voice was destroyed. Raw. Sobbing. Barely intelligible. Nothing like the confident, cruel voice from a week ago. I need to talk to you. It's important. It's really, really important. Just listen. Silence. I didn't speak. Waited. Let her fill the space. Pregnant. My blood went cold. Ice in my veins. Heart stopping. Time freezing. We'd been careful, always. She was on birth control, had been for years. Kids, but agreed to wait. Not until we were married. Not until we bought a house. Not until we were ready. Not until the timing was right. It's not yours. Relief flooded through me. Then confusion. Then slowly, horribly, understanding dawned. It's Mark's, my ex, the one I told you about. You left. I was devastated. I was destroyed. Couldn't function. I couldn't eat. Couldn't sleep. Called him. We met up for drinks at that bar downtown. Spoke for hours, told him about our fight, about what I'd said to you. He said you sounded boring, that I deserved better, that I deserved passion, crying, king on tears, place. We slept together, just once. I swear to God, just once. I thought maybe he could give me what you couldn't. Passion, the excitement, the feeling of being wanted, the feeling of being desired. Everything I said I needed. She was sobbing now, completely breaking down. And now I'm pregnant. 3 tests, positive. I went to the doctor yesterday. 6 weeks, definitely his. And he won't answer my calls. He blocked my number. He blocked me on everything. Apartment last night. And he wouldn't even open the door. Told me through the door that I was just a hookup, that it didn't mean anything, that he has a girlfriend now, that I need to leave him alone or he'll call the police and file for harassment. I said nothing. Listened. Let her words wash over me. The irony sink in. Liam, please. I'm so scared. I don't know what to do. I have no one. Absolutely no one. Parents will disown me if they find out. Catholic. Strict. They'll never forgive this. Having a baby out of wedlock with some guy who wants nothing to do with me. Sarah won't even return my texts after I bailed on her birthday party to meet up with Mark. My other friends think I'm toxic. Everyone's abandoned me. I'm completely alone. Still nothing from me. Breathing. Just waiting. You were always so strong. So dependable. So stable. So reliable. Those are the things I need right now. Those are exactly the things I need. I need you. The baby needs you. We can figure this out together. We can get past this. You've always been there for me. Through everything, every crisis, every problem, every breakdown. Please don't stop now. The irony was almost funny, almost laughable. The boring, predictable qualities she'd mocked, stability, the reliability, the consistency, the dependability, were now the exact lifeline she was desperately grasping for. The exciting, passionate Mark had gotten her pregnant and disappeared. Called her a hookup, threatened to call the police, left her completely alone. Please say something, anything. Yell at me, scream at me, tell me I'm stupid, tell me I'm an idiot, tell me I ruined everything. Just say something. The silence is killing me. I thought about 7 years. 7 years of my life. 7 years of cooking her favorite meals, of remembering every birthday, every anniversary, every important date, of being there through every bad day at work, every fight with her friends, crisis with her family, panic attack at 3 a.m., every breakdown over something her boss said, tear over something her mother did. 7 years of being reliable, of being stable, of being there, of being the boring, predictable safety net. 7 years of believing I was building something real, something lasting, something worth protecting. I thought about her face when she said those words, the satisfaction in her eyes when she twisted the knife, the deliberate cruelty, the calculated intention to hurt me as deeply as possible, the way she'd watched my face change, the way she'd smiled when she saw the pain hit. Liam, are you there? Please, I'm begging you. I'm on my knees right now, literally on my knees. I can't do this alone. I'm not strong enough. I'm not brave enough. I'm not capable. I need help. I need you. Her voice cracked completely, dissolving into desperate sobs. You were always there for me. Every single thing. You never abandoned me. You never gave up on me. Even when I was difficult. Even when I was mean. Even when I pushed you away. You stayed. Please don't abandon me now. I made a mistake. The biggest mistake of my entire life. But I need help. I'll do anything. I'll change. I'll be better. We can get past this. We can raise the baby together. It doesn't matter who the biological father is. You'd be amazing. You'd be the best dad, patient and kind and stable. Everything a child needs. Please, please, I'm begging you. The baby, I interrupted quietly, calmly, voice level, isn't my problem. Silence, complete silence, crying, breathing hard. You made a choice, Chloe. Chose the exciting guy, the passionate one, the one who was better than me in every possible way. Better in bed, better at making you feel alive, better at everything. It was just anger talking. I didn't mean it. People say things they don't mean when they're angry. When they're hurt, when they're frustrated. You know that. You meant every single word. I saw your face. I heard your tone. I watched your eyes. You weren't angry. You were satisfied. You wanted to hurt me. You wanted to destroy me. You succeeded. Congratulations. And now you get to live with that choice. You're really going to abandon me? Pregnant and alone? When I have nowhere to turn? When I have no one? You're really that cruel? I'm not abandoning you. Threw me away, remember? You said I was boring, predictable, furniture, wallpaper, not good enough. Not exciting enough, passionate enough, was better. You said it yourself. You said it clearly. You said it deliberately. I was wrong. I'm so sorry. Spend the rest of my life making it up to you. I swear I'll never complain again. Appreciate everything you do. Please, Liam, please. Was better, right? Then go ask him for help. He won't answer. He blocked me. I told you that. He wants nothing to do with me or the baby. He called me crazy. He threatened to get a restraining order. Then I guess you're as alone as you made me feel that night in our kitchen. You heartless bastard. How can you do this to me? I thought you loved me, cared. I thought you were a good person. There it was, the real Chloe. The mask finally completely off. Not sorry, not regretful, truly apologetic, just angry that I wouldn't save her, furious that I wouldn't be her safety net, enraged that the boring, predictable man wouldn't fix her exciting mistake. With everything, I said, voice flat, dead, and I hung up the number, turned off my phone completely, and went to bed. I never heard from her again.